how it came about.
This is great. This is great. All right. So here we have the plaintiff's response to defendant John Shopkins All Prisoners Hospital's motion for a new trial based on juror misconduct by proxy, because that's really what this is. It's they're saying that the juror had this misconduct through his wife. So it's almost like he's got Munchausen by proxy or something.
That's a great connection.
I never thought about it that way.
We never thought about that, but we thought about the by proxy part.
Yeah,
but that's an awesome connection
analogy,
there.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna have to come up with a new meme or something for it.
They're obsessed. They're totally obsessed with Munchausen's. And so now they're accusing the juror of pretty much having Munchausen's by proxy, but it's juror misconduct by proxy. Because they're saying his wife made him misconduct. She made him do a misconduct, we think.
Well, as you all know, clearly you cannot be a juror if you're married. Because
right.
If you're married, you might theoretically talk to your spouse, even though the judge warned you 4,787 times not to. You might. So clearly we can no longer have any more married jurors.
Right. Or we have to put them all in a hotel and sequester every juror who's married, because he might have pillow talk with his wife or something. I don't know. Yes. We weren't sure if the defense was saying that, oh my God, juror number one might have kissed his wife at some point because they live together. They might even be getting handsy now and then. I mean, maybe all the jurors should be practicing celibacy, perhaps. We're not sure.
I mean, why interrupt a 9-week jury trial, if some handsies are going on? Really?
Absolutely. There could be handsies going on. All right. So here we go. This is an emergent motion to open discovery into evidence. This is their response for the juror misconduct. Plaintiffs Jack Kowalski individually and on behalf of his child Maya Kowalski, a minor, and as personal representative of the estate of Beata Kowalski, deceased, collectively plaintiffs by and through undersigned counsel hereby files its opposition to defendant Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital's motion for a new trial based on juror misconduct, motion for juror interview, motion to open discovery into evidence of juror misconduct, and emergency motion to preserve evidence, and says the motion, which really should be entitled juror misconduct by proxy.
That was me. I want to brag. That was me.
So good. Should be denied in its entirety for the following reasons. A, defendant failed to preserve its juror number one challenge. Besides asserting an incorrect standard and basing its allegations on asserted posts of people other than juror number one, defendant failed to preserve the arguments it now makes after the verdict. The pre-verdict information on which defendant relies was available, and it appears known to the defendant before the verdict. Yet defendant waited to see how the verdict came in. I noticed this, Greg. Yeah. I noticed this. He waited. It was like, because you know that all of their allegations came from a Reddit page. Did you know that?
Yeah. We figured that part out. They really only had one source as far as we could tell, and of course Reddit is right up there with Supreme Court Reporter and other well-known legal sources.
Yes, Reddit is right up there with all the trusted news sources you should be reading. And he literally, they had been communicating all of this stuff about juror number one's wife to Ethan Shapiro on that Reddit thread for weeks. So they should have brought it up way before the verdict, right?
Well, why didn't his wife bring it up? She was on it far more than anybody else. I mean, what about wife by proxy? What about defense counsel wife by proxy? Why is that not an issue here?
I don't know. Did you put it in your motion? I hope so.
I thought about it, but I think Judge Carroll, he's got to draw a line someplace.
I think poor Judge Carroll is going to be completely bald by the time this trial is completely over. I'm worried about the tuft of justice. His hair is going to fall out completely because of all of this.